So guys, on today's episode, we are going to be kicking it off with a clip from this woman right here, who has been divorced not once, but twice, and she is trying to return to the dating market. She is going to tell us about the things that she has learned. Essentially, we're going to be getting a crash course in why exactly men don't want to get married anymore. So without further ado, let's just jump right in. Guys, don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments.
Dating after divorce can be really hard, right? I know, because I got divorced and I started dating and got right back into another serious relationship. And 10 years later, unfortunately, we got divorced.
Okay, so that is 2 for 2. And the reason why dating is so hard, first of all, it's not hard for women. But the reason why I don't care is because you shouldn't be dating anyway. There used to be a time, guys, where marriage would mean till death do us part, through thick and thin, but marriage has become an institution where women can ruin these relationships and then leave with cash and prizes in hand.
So I've been married and divorced 2 times, and I decided to sit back and figure out, what do I need to learn from this? Why am I not attracting the right thing, the right person, the right experience into my life?
It is not about attracting. It is about choosing. Guys, do not let women trick you when they say these things, because I see a lot of women, they say, you know, why don't I attract the right type of man? I just seem to attract all of the bad boys, the sociopaths, the manipulators, the liars. But guess what, guys? It has nothing to do with attracting. Women attract men, period. It's the ones that they choose, okay? I would not recommend trying to save these women. I would not recommend being their shoulder to cry on, because the truth of the matter, guys, is they choose their bed. They just don't like to lie in it. Let's continue.
And I had to do some really hard work. And I realized what I forgot to do after that first divorce was spend some time thinking about, how did I want to feel in the next relationship I was going to have?
Of course. How did I want to feel? It's about me. How did I want to feel? And so she goes on in a minute, guys. My guess here is basically she got a dude who was a bit out of her league and he didn't really commit to her. But she wants, basically a lot of these women, what they want is they want Chad to commit to them. They'll say things like, I'm so lonely, I can't find a boyfriend, why is dating so difficult? But what they really mean is, why is it so difficult to get Chad to commit to me? Now, we'll see what goes on with the rest of this clip. I haven't seen it in its entirety, so let's take a listen.
I wanted to be married so badly that the first good guy that I found, I latched right onto and got super serious about, without considering how I needed to feel inside of that relationship. Instead, I did what a lot of us do after a divorce, is I focused on, well, this is the kind of guy I want this time. This is what he'll bring to the table. This is the kind of career he'll have. This is the kind of family he wants. And I based all of my decisions on the kind of guy that he was.
Yeah, so we based everything off of what she wanted. Here's what I want. And you know what a lot of these women realize, guys, is that you can shoot for the stars, madam. You can never settle. You can go after the man with the good career who's looking to settle down, you know, but at the end of the day, does he want you? Okay, so it sounds to me like this woman was actually shooting a little bit out of her league, and then the guy came to his senses perhaps and realized that he didn't want to date her anymore. But you never really know with these situations. Okay, chances are she actually initiated the divorce, just because the statistics reflect that most of the time women initiate the breakups. But let's continue.
Instead of showing up for myself and thinking about, how do I need to feel in this new relationship? And I missed doing that. And so I had to pay the price of 2 marriages and 2 divorces, which absolutely broke my heart. So after divorce number 2, I sat down and I created a list. And I said, how do I want to feel? It's not about what he does or brings to the table or the car he drives or the house he has.
guarantee you these things still matter a hell of a lot to this woman. So what I'm gathering from this video is that we were treating, I would argue we still are, but we were treating men like wallets. And this is not a surprise, guys. Like, particularly for women who reach 30 plus years of age, what they start doing is saying, now's the time that I want security, right? I want a genuine connection. I want to build something. You guys have heard it all before. What it really means is I need a guy who's going to pay for me. I need a retirement plan. Okay, and this is the thing that really like hits a lot of guys quite hard, because they realize that it's not about love. Okay, it's not about caring for the guy. It's not about having an actual, you know, any sort of compatibility, common ground, etc. It's not about genuinely actually building together because you like each other, right? She goes after the dudes who can provide what she needs. It's all about what I need, what I need, what I want, what I want. And like, again, guys, marriage is not an institution that benefits men at all. These women are going out here, they're getting married to dudes who still don't know any better. Okay, I can make videos like this all day trying to wake dudes up, tell them not to get married, or at least advise them not to, but you know, every day there's new guys going out there to the meat grinder who are losing everything to this crap.
How do I need to feel? And I wrote a list, and some of those examples were, I want to feel safe and protected. I want to feel cherished. I want to feel that I can express my authentic self and he will love me for me.
I'm already annoyed. Like, can you guys imagine, right? You rock up to a date and the woman's got a list about, you know, we just heard the words I want 4 times consecutively right there. I want this, I want that, I want this. You know what men want? Peace. None of these lists, none of these headaches. Okay? Like, it amazes me, guys. Every single time I cover these videos, it blows my mind how men have such little, for the most part, such little requirements from women. And one of the biggest ones is, don't be a headache. You know, be someone who's pleasant to be around, okay? And one of the worst things that girls do is they say, well, the first thing I'm going to do when I start talking to this guy is, you know, here's the things that I want, I want, I want, I want. And the guy's sitting there like, okay, like, can't we just, you know, can't you just, like, be quiet? You know, it's like, this is the kind of crap that dudes will, like, put up with, right? To have fun with you. But it really puts them off having anything serious with you, because you're not bringing peace to the dude's life. And like I said, men's requirements are really not that lengthy, but that's quite an important one, particularly for dudes who respect themselves.
And I really honed in on how I wanted to feel. And I let that list be my guide as I went back out into the dating world. And I'm really excited to say that I've been with an amazing guy for 2 years and 4 months. And
that man needs to run for the hills.
It's the best partnership I've ever had with a man. So whether you are straight or gay or bisexual, no matter what gender of a partner you're seeking, I promise you that if you do the work after a big breakup, after a divorce, and you take some time to contemplate how you want to feel.
Why is this woman treating it like it's work to create a list of things that you want? You know, like the amount of times that I hear words like emotional labor and here's all the work that I'm doing. These girls aren't doing work, they're just doing narcissistic exercises. Okay, creating lists about the things that they want. Guys, I want you guys to notice, okay, that when I make videos like these, I don't say to you guys, hey guys, you know, let's all make a list about the things that we want and deserve and about how we feel and blah, 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 because reality doesn't care about how you feel. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense. This is like the kind of crap that a lot of girls can afford to believe in because reality doesn't hit them hard enough. You see? But you know, some girls, when they get to 30, they get to 30 plus and stuff like this, then they get a hit of reality, and they don't particularly like it when men start to bail on them, when men aren't paying them attention anymore, etc.
And actually commit that to paper, it will work miracles in your life, because you'll start to attract someone who matches those feelings. And when that happens, it's magic.
Okay, well, I look forward to following up perhaps in a few months, maybe a couple of years, if my channel hasn't been terminated, and we can see how that particular relationship went. But guys, let's continue into some more divorce stories, because if you thought we were done there, guys, there's actually a ridiculous amount of women on TikTok sharing their divorce stories. So let's continue through some of these videos.
Someone I'm going through a divorce, they almost always ask if I'm dating. Well, the answer is yes, I am. I actually have a date this Friday at the movie theaters with myself. I'm dating me, myself, and I, because I don't know who the hell I am, and I'm trying to figure that out.
I gotta stop flirting with these dudes, because then they ask to hang out at 9 p.m. on a Wednesday, and I'm like, I'm tired. It's Wednesday.
You know why men want to hang out with you at 9 p.m. on a Wednesday? Because you are the side chick for the side chicks, just so you know. And you shouldn't be dating in your 40s.
There's a reason why I am such a huge proponent of you staying on your circle dating, because I'm a huge advocate for you staying on your self-love game.
Yeah, because nothing says self-love like seeing multiple dudes at the same time and failing to secure commitment from any of them.
The reason why is because you do not need to get overly attached or even attached to whoever it is that you just start seeing right in the beginning. It's a danger zone. It's not good energy. It doesn't put you in a good position. It's not attractive to the other person. So your circle dating literally allows you to have a healthy amount of energy and attraction to one human being. And the reason why it balances everything out for you is because on circle dating, you are talking to 2 or 3 or 4 people. So all of those people are validating your self-worth.
Let me just be the first to say this. If you need people to validate you in order for you to have self-worth, you don't have self-worth. That doesn't make any sense. These two things cannot exist together. If you rely on other people for validation, you don't actually love yourself, madam. That's number one. Number two, she's lowballing when she says talking to 2 people, 2 to 3 people. Typically, these women are quote-unquote talking to more men. And guys, talking to men means, you know, getting with them, okay? And something else I was going to say is, if this circle dating, which basically just means spinning plates, okay, having multiple relationships without the commitment, essentially, if this is the way to go, if this is, you know, what you espouse as some sort of dating coach on TikTok, I think this woman's just, you know, a random woman recording in her car. I don't know if she calls herself a dating coach, but if this is your method of dating, how's it working out for you? Where is your ring? Where is your long-term husband? Okay, but I'm pretty sure this woman is divorced. I'm not too sure on that, but this is a divorced compilation, so let's continue.
They're validating your self-love. They are changing the game energetically for you, because you understand that there are a handful of people that see value in you, that are interested in you, and therefore that gives you the right to put a healthy amount of energy and effort and attention and attraction and obsession on one person. So until you and one other person have a conversation and decide out loud together that you want to be exclusive, until then, spread your wings and fly.
Yeah, because that's what is being spread, of course. So let me get this straight. Your strategy to secure a man is to date multiple men at the same time and then wait until the conversation about exclusivity comes up in order for you to stop seeing other men. That is a very counterproductive way of doing it, and let me tell you why. any of these dudes. So women essentially at the end of the day, guys, they're looking for the, you know, the Chad. They're looking for the dude who's highly attractive, who doesn't take crap, okay? Either that, or they're looking for some dude that they can finesse, you know, some guy that they're just going to ruin through marriage, etc. Basically, two separate buckets for men. But the ones they're attracted to are the men's, like, genuinely attracted to, are the men who have self-respect. Now, let me ask this woman this. If you want a man with self-respect, why would he ever take you seriously if you are dating multiple men at the same time while talking to him? There is no reason for a man to commit to you. The reason for a man to commit to you, you've basically just spat on and threw out the window and said, well, I'm just going to throw that away because it shouldn't matter. And any guy who, you know, disagrees with that is obviously just insecure. You ever consider the fact that maybe just men don't want to date you because you do very unpleasant things? But let's keep going with the video.
Be all about your self-love. Be so thankful for the amount of freedom that you have. Be so thankful for the amount of time and energy that you get to put into you and your goals. Everybody else that's in a relationship and has a whole lot of things going on, they're so jealous of the amount of time that you have, and they think, if I had the amount of open space and time that that person has, think of all the things that I would accomplish.
Yeah, we'll see how that jealousy pans out when the people who are in those successful relationships have families. And by the time you rock around to 50 years of age and you don't have any kids, but don't worry, you sunk all of that time into your career, we'll see who's a little bit more happy and fulfilled, shall we?
So don't waste this time of singleness. Don't waste this time of you getting to do you, boo. Do you, and do it so well. Peace, love, and chicken grease.
The hell?
There's a lot of dating advice out there with a lot of interesting things that people have to say. Some of it's really terrible, and some of it gives you good things to think about. But I think a lot of times we lose so much self-esteem and self-confidence after a divorce that we stop listening to ourselves. When the truth is, I think most of the time you already know the answer. Like Dorothy says, the answer was in your heart all along. You just have to listen to yourself.
Who the hell is Dorothy, by the way? And so I don't know if this is like a dating coach or what, but this is another woman who's been divorced. I love how whenever we receive advice in the form of TikTok videos, guys, number one, it amazes me that people go to TikTok for dating advice, okay? That's just crazy in itself. But it's always like garbage that makes no sense at all. It's all about, guys, you know, we need to feel a particular way, and Dorothy said this. I don't know who the hell Dorothy is. I don't know what she's referencing at all. But it's all about, you know, live your life for you, queens, okay? Get that self-love in there, even though it depends entirely on other people validating you. Very intelligent moves. Guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, remember to leave your thoughts and your comments. And guys, what did you think of this woman right here? What do you think her situation was? Do you think she married two dudes and just, you know, they didn't have self-respect and she ditched them? Or do you think she tried to marry a couple of Chads and then the Chads woke up and ditched her? What do you guys think the situation is? Make sure to leave some comments. And as always, guys, make sure that you take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Peace.